Well, the three are Bogan, Bear Grylls,
Ooh.
and stereotypical femme gay.
Ooh.
So you can all fight between yous.
Bergen, Bear Grylls, and stereotypical femme gay. Oh boy.
Or like instead of like Bear Grylls, maybe like an Anthony LaPaglia, like that
Anthony LaPaglia.
host of Survivor.
You mean Jonathan LaPaglia?
Oh, Jonathan LaPaglia. They're the same fucking person.
Hello and welcome back to the Great Mates podcast. This is a podcast where we just talk about anything and everything, really. We are up to 7 young Australians, young-ish. We are all between, we're all in the 20s now. I forget. We are all in 20s for now. Like, give it a few years and then, we'll have to move up to like the 20... What is it? 20... No, it's not even going to be 24 to 35. Damn it. Anyway, I'm Josh, and I've got with me Anastasia.
Hello.
And Nick.
Hello.
Oh, by the way, happy Easter Monday for anyone that's listening to this on the date releases.
Quarantine Easter. What a time.
Oof, what a time.
I'm going to say like every other Easter for me.
Ah, dear. But you're usually in Victoria at this time. Right?
Actually, last year I was, and the year before that I was. But that's also yeah. But it also like depends on school and because that's the thing. Like this year I was going to. I mean, even last year, no, the year before last, I think it was May 2 years ago. I was supposed to be going to Japan. Leaving like either like sometime around now. I can't remember if we talked about that last week or not, but yeah, like I was planning to go. Yeah, I was planning to go to Japan for 2 weeks over Easter.
Oh Lord!
But then I both decided to not, and then all this shit happened. So I got lucky by deciding not to. We tried to organize it like mid last year, and it was just like Dad. Honestly, because I was supposed to be going with my dad, and he just seemed like so disinterested, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to say let's not, because I think he was more like, we'll just do what you want to do. When I was like, if you're going, I want you to have a good time as well. Like, what the fuck do you want to do? But whatever. That's just my father and my relationship. But yeah, but also it's like school, like last year, when you think that you're going to be working in working at a school, primary school or high school, like the only time you can travel is during school holidays.
Yeah.
So, this year and last year, like all I had was breaks to go to Victoria. So yes, Easter is usually for the last little while I'm in Victoria.
Yeah. I know a lot of even friends of mine were planning to go to Japan this year. Like, it's just been a very, it's been a very wild time, especially for everyone that's been thinking of traveling. But yeah, that's right. 2 years ago, I was doing Commonwealth Games stuff. That's why I wasn't on for the first 2 episodes. I think 2 or 3 episodes. Of season 2, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
That was.
I think that's kind of where Mates Great came from.
Maybe.
I have a
what
feeling.
Was the origin story of Mates Great?
To be fair, I remember that I was the one, and this could be wrong, but I was the one that kind of came up with Mates Great. I swear I was the one. I swear.
Group chat. The group chat will tell us.
Yeah, but then we're going to go back 2 years. And that is way too much content. I don't even know if Facebook saves content. Actually, it's Facebook. Of course, they save that far back.
Yes, and fair.
Wouldn't it just been being like we do a solo podcast and we're
I swear it was me being like, yeah, we'll just let Ben rant for an hour and call that a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm happy to say it was a collaborative effort between us all. I mean, this is always a collaborative effort, but
yeah.
But yeah, I swear that's kind of where you not being here and us being like, what the fuck we're gonna do? And I was like, just let Ben talk for an hour and we'll see where the fuck that gets us. Let's see how much is
salvageable.
Didn't Ben host an episode once? Like an actual episode?
Hey. Yeah, Ben has hosted a couple episodes. He hosted one with me. I think that was the one afterwards. I think that was my first official episode. Just Ben and I rambling for an hour and a half, doxing each other.
God. I remember. I think I remember that. Ben has hosted at least one in each season, and every episode that he has hosted, as in like driven, open and close the show, has been. How do I describe it nicely? A black hole,
a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
I went with fiery train wreck. So
yeah. For our listeners who have been with us for the longest time, maybe you can do the math and tell us how many episodes, excluding myself for obvious reasons, how many episodes everyone else has sort of hosted. Because I distinctly remember something about like Daddy cannot be hosting like for 3 weeks or 4 weeks worth of content, mostly because of con games. And then even then, I was still editing those episodes during the day when I really should be sleeping, because I was doing like night shifts until midnight or 1 a.m. Those were fun times. But yeah. What have we been watching this, I guess, proper second week of staying at home?
In your quarantine.
Yes, in your quarantine.
Oh god, what did I do? I binged this TV series, but I can't remember what it was. But I've just watched so much content, and you don't remember what any of it is after a week. Just like
everything becomes a blur. I think once you start watching, once you're in this binging mode, sometimes everything is just a blur, and you don't remember.
That's
much
just
anyway.
My relationship with YouTube.
Oof.
I remember so little of YouTube. I mean, today on YouTube, I watched people turning wood, just like making random stuff out of ugly bits of timber. That was kind of interesting. Well, meaning, I mean, it had to be interesting seeing I watched, a good half dozen of them. And then a guy that paramotors, and I was like, fuck yeah, I want to learn to paramotor, knowing that I will never paramotor.
I went back into a lot of SourceFed plays.
Oh, rest in peace.
Which was, and they're really awkward, like the later ones, where Sarah was kind of hosting. They're really awkward. They're really awkward to watch.
Ooh.
But I just have that on in the background most of the time.
Oh my god.
No, I went on a sorry, I'm yawning. I definitely had like a good 15-minute nap while I was waiting for these other fuckers to get on Discord.
How dare you?
No, Disney Plus has been a good time. I have started my Disney Channel original movie musical binge. So I started with Lemonade Mouth, which is a classic from 2011. It is not the first time I've rewatched that movie in the last 5 years. I've probably seen it 4 times in the last few years.
That'd probably be about the same. I'd be about the same.
It holds up. It's a good movie. The songs are good. I definitely listen to their songs more often than I would care to admit. They're good bops.
Actually, that is some music I'm missing from my new phone. I'll have to remember to go find it. Yeah, all the Lemonade Mouth songs, because yeah, they're fucking good and like good funny.
It's a good time. But yeah, they're just. I'm always amazed by costuming in these sorts of movies. Like,
this is what we call costuming on a budget.
But Hayley Kiyoko wore like knee-length jean shorts like the whole movie with chains and I was like, they're really pushing for this early 2000s lesbian look.
I think that's just an aesthetic that Disney Channel original movies have, like for that period of time.
Mean, generally, absolutely, but nobody else in the movie is dressed like that. But her. Like the other two lead.
Yeah, but that's what the cool punk girl wears.
But the other two girls are wearing like fluffy dresses. It's just like, yeah. But then I went and watched both Camp Rock 1 and 2.
Lord help you.
Still floored by the costuming. There's a lot of layers. Disney Channel loved layers, layering like 3 shirts.
Can you? Oh,
it would be like a long sleeve shirt and then a short sleeve shirt that was.
Oh, yep, that was the classic.
That was the classic. A mesh shirt over the top of that.
Ooh.
Yep. No, that definitely was the Disney Channel classic.
Oh man, it was.
I remember that during my late, whatever is before tweens, like, I don't know, like 10 to 13 years old when I had Disney Channel. I remember all that shit.
It was the look.
I feel like...
I mean, nobody outside of Disney Channel wore it, but it was...
I feel like the costume, like the head costume designer for all of these DCOM films was just some queer person who was just real keen on getting that queer agenda out there.
It's like, how do I throw the most amount of colours?
How do I make him queer but not queer?
How do I make these supposedly 14-year-old boys and girls and look good but also push my agenda?
Yes.
Oh man.
You talk about that, and this is a slight sidetrack, but like for the month of April, my pay TV box, which we don't pay for, it's free with our internet. It's given us all the kids channels for free for the month, and I was like, this could be some good content, like Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Cartoon Network. Like,
oh my god,
those are all. I mean, first you got your DCOM. I have not seen a single DCOM movie pop up. Oh, it's all, and I mean, like I haven't watched these channels properly in like 10 years, so I don't recognize a lot of it. There's like some Teen Titans Go, which I'm down for some Teen Titans Go. There's some SpongeBob, which apparently that show is still being produced.
Yeah, man.
I always forget
it hasn't died. It's like the Bleach or the One Piece of the Western animation.
Or like The Simpsons.
No.
But, I mean, Simpsons is the longest running animated American TV show, something like that. But it also has all the playback stuff. So I was like, I wonder if they got any full seasons.
Yeah.
So there was the second season of Victorious, and that is why. So first I watched the entire second season of Victorious, but also that cast was like age appropriate. They were like 16, 17 when they started filming that show. So I'm like, wow, I did not think that they were only like 2-3 years older than me. I'm like, wow, I could have sworn they were like good, maybe 5 years older. And that, you just kind of like presume everyone is 5 years older than the character they play in those types of shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, they were like age appropriate.
But is Tori not the most unlikable character in that show? Like, I cannot stand her.
Yeah,
which I think is where my
enjoyable
hate for Victoria Justice comes from.
Yeah, I mean, she also hasn't done a lot else. Like, she did this MTV show years ago that I watched that went for like a season or two, where she was like trying to find who killed her dad or something. I can't. I watched so many bad. I watched way too many bad, like Freeform, Family Channel. What else was that? Fox Family, and like MTV shows back in the day. Like all those. What are all those shows? Faking It. Faking It is a really good bad show about girls pretending to be gay.
What?
And then one turns out to actually be gay.
Wait, what?
Okay, no, I'll pull up the synopsis for Faking It.
American comedy series.
It was, I'm pretty sure it was MTV.
It says it was MTV.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uses a liberal Texas community and a high school-aged cast to present a commentary on sexual orientation, tolerance, and acceptance among young people today. That's a description and a half.
What?
Hang on.
Proper
liberal
synopsis.
Texas. Austin, and then I look through the plot. Yes, it's Austin.
Yes, it's Austin. After many failed attempts to stand out, Karma Ashcroft and her best friend Amy Rodenfeld are invited to a house party hosted by popular gay student Shane, who is under the impression that the girls are a lesbian couple. At the party, they are subsequently outed as the school's first lesbian couple and unwillingly nominated as homecoming queens. Continuing the charade as their popularity soars, Karma attracts the attention of popular and handsome Liam Booker, Greg Sulkin, who is way older than you think he is.
He's just my age, right?
No, I think he's like.
Yeah, no, he's
he's 27. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, Amy becomes aware of her growing romantic feelings for Karma and a rivalry with her step. Yeah, her parents are complete hippies, like Juice fan type of thing. With her stepsister Lauren, who discovers that they are faking it. Lauren also turns out to be intersex later on. Spoiler.
Oh.
Wow, it's that was like a ride from start to finish.
Yeah, it's a show that starts as like, you think, oh, this is like pretty, like kind of
this homophobic. Is run of the mill.
But yeah, it kind of turns into an okay show that is barely watchable.
How interesting. How very interesting.
I would just like to point out, I was messaging some friends whilst watching camp, just because the dialogue with the Jonas Brothers specifically is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. So just some quick things.
Yes.
The Jonas Brothers haircuts.
Ew, good lord.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Jonas wears white
classic
pants a lot.
White pants.
Yeah,
that is a choice.
At camp, like
one of my
white pants alone are bad.
One of my favorite lines from when Joe Jonas decides like to not be a shit person and like comes around to like being at the camp. Now we just got to work on getting that beat from those sticks to those feet.
What?
Oh yeah, I remember that line.
Which is when he's like helping the drummer dance. It's a
okay.
Another point in the montage at the end when they're getting ready for final jam. There's two shots of the lighting team, and it is one of my favorite things I've ever seen, because it's like 4 kids in really brightly colored clothing, which is like your first instinct, just like looking at lights and going, yes.
As someone who was previously a lighting tech, I need to go back and check this out. Also, this is one of those movies that I watch High School Musical, all of them at least once a year. I make sure of it. But Camp Rock is probably like way too long, so I'm going to go back and watch it now. Even if just for the lighting tech thing.
Ooh.
We lose him?
It died again, I think.
Bye.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
This happened last time.
Yeah, this did happen last time.
I do not know why it always does that while recording, but not during any other time.
Because your laptop is haunted?
It's not my laptop, it's my fucking phone.
Oh,
my
then
laptop
your phone
records. My phone just discords. My phone is only for talking to you people. And I was using it last night for a good 3 hours while playing Jackbox games with people, and it didn't cut out once. But heaven forbid I use it for half an hour.
I think what we can gather is that your phone is possessed.
It does not like these terrible podcasts. It's judging.
Okay. What point were you making?
I was saying, I haven't watched Camp Rock in ages. I usually watch High School Musical once a year. I should go back and watch Camp Rock, even if it's just for those lighting techs.
Do you know I've never watched Camp Rock?
Also,
I am also quite old. You know that, right? What the fuck do they call it? Like the last section where they just have all the songs, Final Jam or whatever. No, that was the subtitle to Camp Rock 2.
You know, that's the final thing that they do at camp.
Oh, okay. So I'm remembering correctly. Good. Yeah, those songs are all pretty fucking good.
Yeah, the music's a pretty good bop. The music from the second movie is a little.
Yeah, the music from the second movie is not good. The second movie is not good at all. There is one good song, and it's the one with Demi and Nick. It's that one song, I don't remember what it's called because I only ever watched that movie once.
There's a good song at the beginning where it's like, they're like, it's our summer and we're gonna do it right, blah, blah. Yeah, that sort of at the beach jam. But that's the only song I can really remember because the rest of them kind of suck.
Oh yeah, Calm Back Down. That's a good one. That might be the one we're thinking of. No, that's a later song. Oh, maybe. No, I don't fucking know. There's too many. Oh, You're My Favorite Song. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. I don't know. There are too many songs and I don't know any of them.
Ugh, I don't know. Yeah.
Also, just naming a band Iron Weasel. Iron Weasel is the worst name for a band ever.
Mm.
Oh, hang on. That was the spin-off where I'm in the band. Oh my god. No. Of course. Could I watch? That was... Why did you do that, Disney Channel? And why did I never realize that?
That was a bad show.
That was a bad show.
I would watch that.
Even the concept was terrible. Why is a 15-year-old in an old school rock band?
Wait, hold on. Who was the kid? Because I have a feeling.
Logan Miller played a younger version of Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, it's the kid from Love, Simon.
He wasn't Love, Simon.
Wait,
played
what?
Martin.
Oh, asshole.
I just had that full flashback. I was like, I'm in the band. Wait, is that kid? And that was right. He's got a new movie coming out where he plays the exact same character for the fourth time. It's not Escape Room, is it?
Yeah, Escape Room 2 coming out supposedly this year. Ben Miller.
That won't be happening.
He was also that. It doesn't have a link, so I can't click on it. So yeah, I'm going to presume.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Escape Room, a 2019 psychological horror film. So they went from the first film in 2019 to the sequel in 2020. We all know how that ends up. It follows a group of people who are... Yeah, no, that sounds about right. Follows a group of people who are sent to navigate a series of escape rooms, only to discover that their fates are tied to whether they can solve the puzzles in time, aka the plot of Saw.
I saw a short for it the other day on Facebook, and I watched probably a good 12-minute clip of somebody that had edited it, and it looks pretty good. If I didn't like horror movies, I would watch it.
Hang on, do I recognize that name? No, I don't recognize you. Sorry, person.
So next on my list is probably Cheetah Girls. I'll do all of them because they're good and they hold up. But the other movie that I watched today was Oliver and Company, which is a Disney movie that I have I remember, I love that movie. I remember watching it as a kid, loving it. And I watched it today because I was like, yes, this movie fucking rules. And I was like, oh, it came out in 1988, which I thought, and I was like, okay. And then, like, some of the voice actors started, and I was like, is that Billy Joel? And I looked up the cast. The cast is fucking ridiculous. It's like,
oh yeah,
Billy
that
Joel plays like the lead dog.
Wait, what was this one?
This is Oliver and Company, which is like
based on Oliver Twist. Oh my fucking god!
So I after like looking up the cast, I was like, oh, I'll look at the Wikipedia page, and it's like based on Oliver Twist, and I went, well, the lead dog is called Dodger, so I probably should have made that connection a while ago. But Bette Midler is in it. Billy Joel is in it. Roscoe Lee Brown. Shirley Ralph. Like all of these, like quite big voice, like not voice actors, but singers. And the music in it fucking rules.
I was just looking at it, I'm like, why the fuck is Cheech Marin in it? He played a tiny yet passionate chihuahua. Of course he did. Of course, Cheech Marin. And I bet he was there recording his lines for a Disney movie high off his fucking face.
Oh, yeah.
Good on him.
I was reading into the production of it, and it came out the same day as The Land Before Time.
Oh.
But it made more money than The Land Before Time.
But it's not as well rememred as Land Before Time. It's not as well remembered,
which I think is due because it didn't release. They didn't do a VHS release until way later. And The Land Before Time did a lot more merchandising.
But not only that, like Land Before Time was also like a TV series as well.
Well, and then they did like 17 straight to video.
Yeah.
I think I have like the first 4 or 5 on VHS.
Yeah, I definitely have a few of them.
Yeah. Looking at the poster, I could swear that Oliver and Company was also a Don Bluth film. But no, it's not a Don Bluth film. Only The Land Before Time.
Yeah, no, it's...
I was like, are you telling me 2 Don Bluth films came out against each other? That's fucking wild. But no.
No.
No, it's closer to the All Dogs Go to Heaven movies, which I want to watch again. It's the exact same animation, so I assume it's... No, All Dogs Go to Heaven is Don Bluth.
Yeah, no, I know that's Don Bluth. Also, I will say The Land Before Time is the only good Don Bluth film. Don Bluth has American Tail, maybe.
No,
actually, Secret of NIMH is also a good. Okay, no, I'm just completely wrong.
He has many good movies.
Okay, no, Don Bluth has many good movies. Sake. Yeah, okay, no, I retract that statement. Looking at it now, why did I think he only had like a few good movies? I know his later movie.
What? Wait, what?
No.
He's credited for Ben 10 in 2007.
Is he still with us?
Yeah. He's 82.
Yeah, man.
And why is he credited for Ben 10? No, there's nothing here for Ben 10.
Television series. Nope. Not on films.
Don't know where you got that. I did. Oh, he was on Titan AE. Oh, that's a fucking stinker and a half. Talking about fucking box office flops. But I was thinking this before. Mm-hmm. Have you, as part of, have you seen? Now, what the fuck is that movie called? Teen Beach Movie.
I haven't. I've heard good things, and I've seen clips of the dancing, and I quite like the dancing, but I have.
It's okay
because I don't.
I've watched
Lynch.
It's okay. The second one isn't.
make
I
two,
tried to
so-
watch the second one.
And the girl in it that I don't like, she's in things, but I can never remember like what she's actually in.
Maya Mitchell, she's okay. She's, for one, Australian, so don't fucking... And she was in Mortified. And she was in... And she was in The Fosters. I mean, when you've watched like all of Mortified and all of Fosters and all of Good Trouble, like you kind of remember her, I suppose.
Oh, she was in The Last Summer. That's right. Wait, was that KJ? Appa? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I remember in that, and I never fucking finished that movie. I think I watched the first 15 minutes and went, "Nah, this ain't fucking worth my time."
It's not worth going to the end.
Oh, another movie I watched because she was in it, Never Going Back. That's a fucking... I recommend people watch it for no other reason but to just watch a bad movie.
What's that one?
So it's a very small movie, but how do I sum it up? Two underage girls live in an apartment with one of their brothers who thinks he's a gang member and wants to sell drugs. They work at like an IHOP and like to take drugs and want to escape to a beach but get arrested because someone tries to steal their TV and they have drugs. And then...
Oh, it's an A24 movie.
It's a fucking weird cluster. I watched it because Maya Mitchell was in it. And I was like, I just want to see what else she's in to see whether she's actually a good actor.
It has 76% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I still don't know if it's a good... I still don't know if she's a good actor or not.
I think it's
It very much reminded me of Spring Breakers, but better than Spring Breakers. Spring Breakers was another movie I never finished because, fuck, that was a bad movie.
Yeah, not really my style of movie, I gotta tell you.
You don't like James Franco thinking he's a gangster?
I just don't like... I don't like... Because I think maybe it's because we're Aussies and I don't really grasp the concept of spring break.
Yeah.
And like what that means to like Americans. It has a deeper meaning than I could really comprehend. Like Schoolies is kind of our version, but I never.
But Schoolies is different because it's high school graduates. Spring Break is like a university sort of, well, the stuff that we hear about, the stories that we hear about, and the uni students who made stupid decisions and getting coronavirus during spring break. It's more, I think, outside of America, it's more attached to university life.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't like the drug taking. I don't. It's like whatever. I don't find that particularly enjoyable content, but to
each their own. You do you.
You do you.
Just do it safely.
Do it safely and in your own homes.
Especially now. Speaking of like content from the like late 2000s to early 2010s, obviously here at home, we have Foxtel, the IQ box, and Nickelodeon's been running a whole bunch of iCarly back to back.
Yeah,
I keep getting ads on Facebook.
Wow, that was a very interesting TV show, and to do
they were really on something.
They were really on something. Because one of them was talking about like catfishing, cyberbullying. I was like, wait, what? Is this a message I'm actually meant to be getting from, are we teaching illiteracy, like how to be safe on the internet?
I don't
to
know. I was
children?
always just concerned about the layout of their apartment.
And how ridiculous it is to have a 2-story apartment, although it is Seattle.
It was 3.
3 stories, my bad. But in Seattle as well.
I will also add to that through watching Victorious, you learn that Drake and Josh both exist in universe and as a TV show in that universe.
Oh, that's weird.
Weird, because a character moves from Drake and Josh to become the principal of the high school, but then Kat also sings the theme song to Drake and Josh, and she describes a scene from Drake and Josh, and everyone's like, "No, Kat, that's from a TV show called Drake and Josh." And I'm like, also the fact that then Miranda Cosgrove plays 2 different characters.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Schneider was really on something.
Dan Schneider was definitely like fucking good on him, but fucking hell.
There's a
Is he even making anything lately?
Now I want to go back and watch Drake and Josh. That was a good show.
Oh,
that show probably holds up. I say hesitantly.
Generally speaking, a lot of like the Nickelodeon shows like aren't problematic from what I remember.
No, they're
actually pretty decent in terms of like how they go about content wise.
They did Sam and Cat after.
Yeah, that fucking flopped.
It was really bad.
What?
Well, because then Ariana Grande went.
Oh, he makes those terrible music. Shows. Yeah, and apparently, what's her name? They were Jeanette McCurdy. Is that her name? Yeah. She got along with Ariana, but apparently they were paying Ariana more, and she was like, "Yo, bitch, I co-star this TV show."
No.
I like her. I really like her though. Like, I've seen interviews with her, and I think she's fucking hilarious.
But also, when that show came out, her whole they weren't nudes; they were risque images came out, and then of course Ariana did her Ariana thing, so they both were not so Nickelodeon friendly.
Ariana did the Ariana thing, and by that, do you mean she purposely tried to make herself? No. Purposely tried to make herself not look as pale as she really is.
And also is the queen of whisper singing. And I mean, I was saying this before, but like, I always knew I had some hatred for Ariana, and it's kind of both lessened and grown since watching season 2 of Victorious.
How does that?
I don't see. Now I'm kind of stuck between she's a really good actress because the last episode of season 2 is a fake clip show. Well, no, it's a clip show played. It's complicated, but she's there just being herself, and you're like, oh no, yeah, she seems nice and friendly. So
I think it's because she talks in like that baby voice.
Yeah. And I think it's also because she seems so... I mean, I suppose I always have a thing on, like, you're a kid star, don't be sexualized, but also, like, they're adults. So, like, you know, you do you, be an adult. So maybe there's some of that as well.
Maybe.
But also the whisper singing annoys me. Like, fucking...
Can you give me an impression of what that means?
The existence of fucking whisper singing in this era fucking annoys me.
Oh god.
What?
What are you looking at?
I'm just looking at the plot of Sam and Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Carly Shay moved to Italy with her father in the series finale of iCarly. I mean, I never like properly watched iCarly, so I didn't know that. Yeah, I kind of got that. But, okay, so she moves to Italy. Sam has been touring the West Coast on her motorcycle and stops at Venice, LA. Rightio. Because I always wondered how that show came to be. I knew there was a crossover. So I was like, okay, but rightio, that's how that show came to be.
Wait, hang on, let's see.
What are there any other good decom musicals? I'm just trying to think.
We haven't truly covered HSM. HSM.
That goes unsaid.
Yeah, okay. I feel like the HSM is a different
beast
ball game.
Also, the fact that the third one was theatrical.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
true.
also have no time.
Actually, have you seen?
Descendants.
Yeah, I never watched that, and I never kind of wanted to. Have you ever seen the Sharpay spin-off movie?
Yeah, no, I did. It wasn't that bad.
Okay, so I should just give it a watch then.
It's not great. I think I really hate Dove Cameron, so I can't watch Descendants.
Yeah. I've tried to watch her in many things, and I'm just like, nah.
Oh dear.
Actually, jump in now. There's a fucking okay decom movie that's watchable, but also not good.
I'd like Jump In. It was about Double Dutch, man. That was fucking what?
Yeah, dancing, boxing, and jump rope. Sure, man. What's not to like about that?
Okay, have either of you... Wait, Anastasia, you have Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen HSM TMTS?
I sure have.
I've been meaning
to. That's the first thing I watched.
Is it worth watching?
Is it worth the double colon?
Look, I have a fun time.
What does that mean?
It's like
Oh,
she dead.
It's basically a rom-com.
Oh, great!
But they're putting on High School Musical, and that's about as exciting as it gets.
Wait! They're putting on musicals in high school.
They're putting on High School Musical as a musical.
Oh God!
Okay, set in the fictionalized version of East High School, the school at which the original movie was filmed. The series follows a group of teenager theatre enthusiasts who participate in the staging of High School Musical, the musical, as their stage production. So it's the school putting on the plot of the movie based on the...
Yes. And, there's a whole beef because the girl that plays Gabriella was dating the dude that plays Troy, but they broke up before the musical was announced.
Oh, my God.
So then...
How convoluted is this one?
So then Gabriella started dating the dude that was playing Chad. But the dude that was playing Chad wanted to play Troy. And it's
this is the Riverdale version of
oh yeah, and Sharpay is played by a very flamboyant young man who doesn't get enough. And Ryan is not a character. Nobody cares.
That's cruel. That's pretty yeah, that's
because it's not about them, it's about the love triangle.
It is that love triangle. Oh, between
the girl that plays
what
Gabriella.
What about Ryan and his love triangle with hats?
Chad and hats. Chad or hats?
And Chad and t-shirts.
And Chad and shorts.
Chad and his too many t-shirts.
Oh yeah, he was an advocate for the long sleeve shirt under the short sleeve shirt.
That is a
all
choice.
The terrible slogan shirts. And actually, here's a story I've never told on the podcast.
Oh, here we go.
Now I've got to remember the year. Year 5. Okay, it was year 5.
Oh God,
so this would have been. This would have been. So I would have been 11. So 2000.
What is this?
No, not 2006.
High School Musical 2 came out.
Was it year 6? Was it year? Because
okay, so HSM is 2006. HSM 2 or 7 HSM 308.
Okay, so this is relating to the first movie, so 2006 makes sense if I'm thinking that. So there was the school talent quest. Now I fucking loved it. I fucking loved the school talent quest.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Fucking. Also, I used to be able to sing. Pretty okay. I can sing barely now. And I decided it would be cool to do a stylized basketball dribbling performance to
get your head in the game.
Correct.
Oh my god!
No. And doing
Nick.
it.
Oh, Nick.
And I'd rehearsed this with 2 other people. This was a trio act.
Oh my god!
And we did the thing where we like bounce the basketballs really high. And then, like, turn around and catch them, and then it always gone. It was always correct. Always, like, we never failed, except when we actually came to perform it, and it slammed me right in the head.
Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick.
Let's just say we didn't go to the semis on that one, but I did come second in the grand final with my actual singing performance.
Oh.
Or was that year 6 where I came second?
That basketball did.
See, now I need to remember which songs were when.
Get Your Head in the Game was definitely HSM.
Yes, I know that, but the songs I sang, because I remember singing, there was some Maroon 5. There was... Okay, no, so Maroon 5 was year 5, and then Simple Plan was year 6. That was way too emotional, and I ended up fucking like yelling down the mic some lyrics of that one because I just felt it like so fucking deep, man, just so fucking deep.
Simple Plan, Maroon 5, Thirsty Merc would be like the early mid to mid late 2000s. Those are big moods.
Actually, year 3 was Pokemon. Was the Pokemon theme tune?
No.
Oh.
So now I'm gonna remember what was year 4. What was year 4? I don't fucking remember. Clearly, it wasn't that good. But yeah, year 3 was Pokemon, and I had a backpack full of Pokemon toys.
Oh. Oh my god.
Like, I don't.
Who were you? Who were you? What was this version of Nick?
I mean, more or less the exact same version as me now. Still, not as big a collection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards then, but you know.
Jesus Christ.
And I mean, I remember like year 10, 11, like, I had a decent Pokemon deck. That Pokemon deck is still undefeated. Like, I still have a fucking good Pokemon deck. So, like, yeah, I wouldn't say I've gotten older, but more or less, like, I was still into Pokemon, and I mean, maybe a little bit less Maroon 5 now. Simple Plan still fucking rocks.
You know what? When anybody brings up Simple Plan, all it makes me think of is a Mary Kate and Ashley movie. It's like
actually maybe year 4 was Good Charlotte.
Oh my god!
York, and Simple Plan.
Or maybe that was my brother. Maybe my brother was Good Charlotte. I swear there was some Good Charlotte in there some year.
God.
I wonder if I could ask my mum and she would know. Maybe. But also, this was nearly 20... No, fucking no, it wasn't nearly 15 years. 15.
Come on now, you're not that old.
Yeah, fuck my estimation.
Because if you're saying nearly 20, we would all be sort of like in the age range of 25 to 34.
Yeah. I mean, 10, 15 years. Yeah, that's about right.
Mm-hmm. Wow, Simple Plan, huh? That was the mid to late 2000s were a time.
Man.
The song, the song was Welcome to My Life.
Oh my god.
So yeah, real some fucking angst in there.
Oh.
And the Maroon 5 song was, the Maroon 5 was She Will Be Loved.
Oh my god. There is so much. Those are, wow, big moods. Big moods. My god.
But then I turned 13, couldn't sing, and instead became an actor. And then I turned 19 and fucking got anxiety. So yay!
Oh no. Oh boy.
Yeah, I sometimes think like, could I just go back to acting now, or would I just freak the fuck out? That's a good question.
Something to bring up in therapy. Josh, what have you been binging?
What have I been binging?
Terrace House?
What's this? Terrace House?
Terrorist House.
Oh gosh, the terracotta house. That, and I am freeloading off of my Sibs island on Animal Crossing. So yes, I've gotten.
Have you flooded the island yet?
No, I don't have that. I don't have that much power yet. I think I've only.
Okay. Have you made Tarantula Island yet?
I believe my Sibs have. I have not been to Tarantula Island yet.
Because you need Tarantula Island to then catch them all and sell them for high money.
Yes, so I've heard, and therefore pay off my loan to Tom Nook. the
Which I don't.
capitalist.
Or you can do the tarantula clone bug, lol bug, and then you can just sell Timmy and Tommy like thousands of tarantulas. God knows what the fuck they do with that many tarantulas. Fuck knows, I want to know what they do with those tarantulas.
Maybe it's like Pokemon where they turn them into candy.
For someone who's never played Animal Crossing, I know so much because it's just
yeah. I played Pocket Camp for like 5 days.
I played Pocket Camp for like a month, I think.
I've never played any of it.
But yeah, bloody Tom Nook and his late stage capitalism ideas.
No. To be fair, it's a fake currency that he invented.
Yes, that's true. He is his own creator. So Tom Nook is technically God in this.
Yes.
Tom Nook is the government.
The currency falls from trees. So like...
And you can dig them up from the ground.
And you can dig it up from the ground.
Yes. And
however, what we do need to talk about is that fucking demonic bunny.
Oh. What is it called? Wizzy?
All I know is that it's not a bunny because it has a zip. It's someone in a costume.
Yes, that's true. But Bunny Day, my God, Bunny Day.
But yes, welcome to an island of nothing but fucking eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, that irritates me a lot.
I hope for the people who are playing Animal Crossing that they fix it for the next couple of events where it's not like, here, to make all the items you need a total of 20 of each egg. However, you have an inventory of 80 eggs. Fucking sorry, guys.
This is... Oh... It is so irritating right now in the lead up to Bunny Day. I'm just like, I don't need to craft more shit with these eggs, do I? Like, come on. The bloody Bunny Day. Swear to God.
Fucking Bunny Day.
I'd sell
Zipper Tea Bunny.
What?
Zipper Tea Bunny.
Oh, Zipper. That's the name. But yeah. Yeah.
Smosh did a really good video on if Animal Crossing was real life.
Oh yes. Oh, have you seen the Drawfee Animal Crossing gameplay?
No.
Oh, look, like the collapse of college humor has breathed new life into the people that make Drawfee. God bless.
I actually don't think I've watched any Drawfee since.
I know
I should.
You should, because it's great. They uploaded gameplay of their adventures on Animal Crossing, and my oh my, the chaotic energy is a blessing to us all during this time. So yeah. But yes, Animal Crossing and Terrace House Part 3. That is a journey I'm slowly going to finish. Oh, and also Kim's, I guess, because yeah, Kim's Season 4 officially dropped internationally. So that's been a fun adventure. No spoilers, because we will be covering it on a different, on Spoilers for Days. Yeah, so I think this is a good time we start wrapping up and start doing recommendations. So if you have not listened to us before, recommendations is something that we actually lifted from the Good Place, the podcast, where they just recommend things, and we're going to do the same thing here this season as we did last season. Recommend anything and everything basically to you guys. Maybe you'll find these useful, maybe you won't. That's up to you. So Nick, do you have your recommendation?
I think I can recommend something, which will be people need to go read more comics, in my opinion. So
says the person who has a massive collection of comics unread.
Hey, I have probably 100 trades that are unread.
See?
But I also have like 200, maybe 300 that are read. So, yeah. No, this is one that actually has been read. So it is called Tales of the Dark Multiverse. It's a kind of... It's spun out of the Dark Knights Metal mini-series, maxi-series. I don't know exactly what to call Dark Knights Metal, but, you know. But basically, this book is 5-ish issues. The hardcover I bought has 10 issues, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But basically, each issue is a dark, misaligned version of this universe. So each takes a different spin on a very important DC event. So you have Blackest Night, you have the death of Superman, you have Batman Nightfall, you have Teen Titans, Judas Contract, and you have... Come on, I know this one. You have... I don't remember. You have Batman, Superman, Teen Titans, Green Lantern, and maybe it's only 4. But the good thing for people who maybe haven't read those events are that the book, the hardcover, comes with the first issue or the last issue. Don't know why it specifies that way, and it specifies it in a weird way, but from the original run. So you get like the first issue of Blackest Night, and you get the issue where Bane snaps Batman's back, and the issue where Superman dies, which I'd never read before. And that's a really anticlimactic issue. Like, you think Superman would die in like a really fucking epic way, but he just kind of dies mid-panel. It's not like you see any like cool action shots or anything. So that was kind of a bit shit. But yeah, I don't know. It's a good kind of starting point, I think. Well, maybe not a starting point, but it's like a good... Infinite Crisis. Yes, the other book is Infinite Crisis. So, yes, Judas Contract, Infinite Crisis, Blackest Night, Death of Superman, Batman Nightfall. 5 books, 5 really important DC events, 5 dark twists on them. So, it's a good read that you don't need much much external context for, because it kind of gives you the context. So I know for a lot of people who want to get into comics, they're like, I don't know where to start. Batman's Detective Comics is up to over 1,000 issues now. Do I need to read them all? Answer for that is no. But here, you don't need a starting point. It kind of tells you the starting point. That is my recommendation. You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Nick Landcroon. I've been having some fun with Instagram lately, so I mean, I'm probably going to have to save those stories, but whatever, they were fun.
I've seen some of those stories. So yeah. Anastasia?
Yeah. So my recommendation link, it's music. So there's an artist called Kat Cunning. I found her when watching some trashy Netflix show called Trinkets, which was about like girls going to like anonymous groups for like shoplifting. I don't know.
Radio.
Had a really great soundtrack, so I was like, I'm gonna fucking see what this is about. And she like plays basically herself in the show. And she is fucking phenomenal. I love her voice. She just came out with a new song called For the Love. And it's a beautiful song. It's like super queer, super like real gay.
On
it's
brand.
One of those songs that you're like, you can bop to it, but you also just like want to cry. Like it's
a cry bop.
It's a real good like just I don't know. But such good song. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Mm-hmm.
She only I think her first EP is coming out later this year. But she's got quite a few singles out. Please listen to her. She's so good.
And socials?
No. You can find me on Instagram at Anastasia Moen. Yeah, we've all been doing the
there are
things because we're
yes.
one of them.
I mean, we might just have a whole episode next, like a future episode on just talking about those Instagram story things that we've been doing. So yeah, future content stuff. Recommend her. Damn it, I was gonna recommend one, but I guess I will. There's so much that is possible in terms of what to recommend. Fuck it, let's just recommend this. So I am going to recommend an artist, actually. I'm going to recommend someone called Benjamin Keng, who is from Singapore. He's put out 2 real good singles recently, Wicked and Find Me. So go and find them basically anywhere you listen. I'm on Spotify, so that's where I found them and have put them in playlists because wow, that is a mood. Aside from that, I guess what other general recommends can we do? Wash your hands, please. Jesus Christ, please wash your fucking hands. And if you can stay at home, please stay at home. Again, massive props to everyone who is working out there right now. So yeah, that is going to be it. If you want to come find me, I am currently react tweeting on Terrace House Part 3 on Twitter and on Instagram. I'm also doing the whole Instagram story thing and putting out old photos as well. Come find me at Abang Pinoy. And if you want to come follow the podcast socials, we are on Twitter and Instagram as Great Mates Podcast. Come sub to us wherever you're listening. Also come sub to Let's Get Deeper and Spots for Days. So there are 2 shows. Oh, yes, that's right. We have an announcement. If you haven't been paying attention, we have 2 new shows that are joining the Great Mates family of podcasts. So those are 2 that I will be hosting and producing and all that fun stuff. So if you want to come follow those 2 new shows are called Intercommunity Pod and Unpack This Brain. If you want to come find them, follow Unpack This Brain and iCommunity Pod, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So yeah, if you want to send us questions, recommend us stuff to talk about, maybe give us ideas on future like non-podcasty content, like the readings from Call Me by Your Name, or 50 Shades of Grey in a weird accent, or maybe we'll revisit some of Nick's old play material. Yeah, we could do that. Send it to us on our socials or use the hashtag Great Mates Podcast. That is going to be it for us this week. We'll see you on another episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.